Here we go. Now we're looking at long-term assets and how to record them and value them. We're not doing one, but we are doing two. And these are I just love these. They give you the lump sum that they've paid, and that's $140,000. But they bought 3 items or 3 different parcels. So they have land, they have buildings, and they have equipment. And what needs to be done is to allocate that lump sum to each parcel. So what you have to do, see these question marks are saying, okay, what is that amount? What amount do I take times the 50%, the 40%, and the 10%? The estimated market value is going to give you a hint here. You're going to take each one of their market values and come up with a total. Then you will find the percentage of using that total. So that is saying that this schematic or this table down here should help you. Should take 75,000 divided by 150,000 and come up with 50%. Same thing with 60,000 and same thing with 15,000. You should then take these amounts and multiply it times the what did they pay for? $140,000. So here, these question marks and the percentages, and that will give you the value of your debit here, and this obviously is going to be $140,000 because that's how much you paid for it. So you take the market value, you find out what percentage of it the particular parcel is of the whole parcel, and then multiply it times the price that you paid for it. Well, that was kind of fun. Then we get started in on depreciation. And depreciation is fun. It really is. Especially you're only using straight line, units of production, and double declining. And they're all very easy. It's just number crunching in this case. So I think we have an airline company. They bought a used plane for $65 million. I'm going to use this up here. So you have $65 million that you've paid for an airplane. That's the cost. And they're going to use it for 4 years or 6 million miles. And it has a residual value of $5 million. So we're going to take that $5 million off, at least for a couple of them, and that means that we're looking at depreciating $60 million over or divided by a 4-year period. And that's going to give you straight line depreciation, right? The next one they look at is units of production. And that's saying that there's 6 million miles. And so that's 6 million that it's going to be able to run. And that it has, let's just get the numbers up there first, 6 million miles it's worth, and they used it for 1,500,000 miles. So now how do you figure that one? Well, I'm assuming that we still have this residual value for this one. So you're going to take 60 million and divide it into 60 million. And that will give you your per mile amount. And that's such a nice number, isn't it? So it really works in this case. So what you have is 60 million miles. Okay, so now what are we looking at? And let's reevaluate. I have 6 million miles. And they're going to drive it for, let me double check figures. 1.3 million. I am so sorry. So they're going to use it for 1,300,000 miles in the first year. So now how do we figure that one out? So you're looking at 60 million, right? Okay, so now you're looking at 60 million divided by 6 million. And the equation looks like this. You're going to take that $60 million, it's a lot of money, divide it by 6 million, and then multiply that times 1,300,000 for the first year depreciation using the units of production. And then the final one you're looking at is going to be double declining. And it works a little bit different than what the other two do. It does not take into consideration the residual value. Now, what does that look like? That looks like taking the full amount, 65 million, divided by 4 to give you your original depreciation for the first year, and since it's called double declining, you multiply it by 2, and that gives you the first year in double declining. Now, double declining has a couple of caveats here. So whatever this amount becomes for the second year, you subtract it from the 65 million and divide that by 4 and multiply that by 2 for the second year. And it keeps going down until you get to the residual value, which is the 5 million, and you can't go below that for your depreciation. So you have to be very vigilant about what the remaining balance is on the item that you're depreciating. And it's called double declining because you're doubling the straight line depreciation each year. So you've pretty well answered those questions, and then it asks for requirement 2. What are they looking for there? They're looking for, where are we? Question 3. Show the book value of the airplane at the end of the year under straight line. Well, that one's pretty simple. You have 65 million, right? Minus the accumulated depreciation of the first year here. And that would give you its book value. And that becomes a very important number when you start looking at selling the item. But we will do that a little bit later. So that was the first 3. I think we'll stop there and we'll start again on the next one. But let's not overdo this.